my mix cast here is like my channel 2 is 7 decibels off my channel 0, and that's just how it's a manufacturer default, but
Okay.
we
Okay.
out here living.
Yeah.
Dusty, what's up, dude? Thanks for coming by.
Man, pleasure to be here. Yeah.
You know, when I first I saw you, first time I saw you was at Music in the Park. Somehow this
Okay.
freaking neighborhood ends up crawling its way into every show so far, but that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think you were just about to do your single release at Whitehorse. So this
Oh,
this would have been like maybe 2 summers ago, last summer.
yeah. Around about that time.
All right. So, well, what have you been up to since, man?
Just playing, releasing, recording. We just released another single not too long ago. I'm trying to remember what release that was
I don't
at
know.
trying to remember exactly what release that was at Whitehorse. It could have been the 3-song EP. But anyway, we've been man, we love going to the studio and we love
Yeah.
just cutting new songs. And most of the time there's songs that we've been playing live.
Right.
So it's funny for people that do frequent our shows and we're like, and here's the song we released, brand new song.
Yeah.
It's out there, but it's new for streaming.
It's new for streaming, right? Well,
So
there's a process to putting a song down, and there's also money.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
it takes all
So,
that, man.
but it's it's a different kind of essence, right? Getting it out there in the world and being
Yeah.
able to say, hey, go check it out.
Yeah.
Put a link online.
Yeah.
There you go.
Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, I was noticing that when I was going through your catalog, y'all put out what I think it was an EP earlier this month or earlier this year, and then you put out 2 or 3 more songs as singles.
Uh-huh.
And so are you trying to keep that cadence and kind of eventually roll them up into an album, or what's the thought?
That is early conversation here.
Mhm.
We actually just wrapped up another single.
Yeah.
And I think I was kind of chatting with the guys on this and like kind of where my mind was kind of going towards is I think a short album is
Yeah.
coming up.
Nice.
And it could incorporate some that we've already released. I mean, like the Cedar Creek session, like that was, and actually I think that may have been the release. Maybe. I don't know. But anyhow, the Cedar Creek sessions, that's all live, right? So like,
Yeah.
and I love it. I love it
It's
for that.
awesome. It's awesome. Is that the Austin Otter Spotlight deal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
exactly. So we have the video for that out there. Austin Artist Spotlight, great guys over there. Patrick and James, they're great dudes. And we did that. Andre was the engineer on that over at Cedar Creek Studios, and he was actually the engineer on our latest single.
Okay.
So we hadn't been back to Cedar Creek since
Mm.
we did that session, and I was like, I've always wanted to go back and do a full production.
Yeah.
So we went back and
Okay.
did this single. But anyhow, we going into the album, we might even select 1 or 2 of those songs to actually go record and get it on an album,
Okay.
full production.
So what made you choose live at Cedar Creek? I mean, obviously it's a studio. It was the Austin Artist Spotlight situation. Is that, I mean, I'm familiar with what they do, but is that kind of like the whole intention is they have a partnership with Cedar Creek and they kind of get this live video audio situation happening?
Well, you're kind of like scrolling online, you're seeing all these other artists, what they're doing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, and actually he was he played with us that night at Whitehorse.
Oh, is that right?
Corey Cross.
Oh,
I
okay.
saw him. Shout out to Corey Cross, great dude. We saw him put out his session, and I was like, wait, what's going on here? And I've heard of Cedar Creek before, just because whenever I want to record something, I kind of shop around. I go check out the studio, kind of get a good feel for what's going on there. And anyhow, we saw his video. I was like, that's a pretty sweet spot. So let's go check it out. And
Nice.
Contacted the guys there at Austin Artist Spotlight, and I was like, hey, how can we get involved? How can we do this? So
Nice.
set it up.
Where else have you recorded around town?
We've been to Dog Star, which
Okay.
is downtown with Drew Leclerc. We recorded with that dude. He's great. That was our 3-song EP that had Wild Child, Coral Snake Boots, and something. And we've also been to 601 Studio.
Yeah. Okay.
With those guys, and that was great. That was I Got You. That was the release we sent out there. That turned out great. That was a really good spot. I'm thinking about going back there.
Heard a lot of good things.
Yeah. Where else have we been? Yeah, Cedar Creek now. I feel like I'm forgetting somewhere. Well, Estuary.
Mm,
is another recording studio. That's where I did all of the it basically was like a solo project at first,
okay.
and then the
Yeah.
Spurflowers came about.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So how did you meet the Spurflowers? What's the story of that?
Man, just online, just reaching
Really?
out,
Is it the
outreach.
Austin Musicians Wanted infamous Facebook group?
No, it's not that. I've heard of this. I've heard of
Dude,
this, but it
I've
was
heard
not
so
that.
many horror stories. I've heard like 3 horror stories, but like it's
To
just
be completely transparent with you, it was Craigslist.
oh, shit. Old school.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So, the only reason why I went the Craigslist route is because I randomly, before I started this project, I was playing in a reggae band, and I saw that through all the creepy, kinda weird
Yeah.
shit going on out there
Yeah.
in the Craigslist world,
Mm,
um, there's actually some real stuff going on there
yeah.
in the music community.
Okay.
There's a lot to filter through.
Wasn't it started as like a, "Hey, I lost my iPod on the L train," or
Like a
like
misconnection type
yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah, like
Something like that. But I mean, Craigslist I used to use, like, for, looking up guitar, looking up old
yeah,
equipment, stuff
yeah,
like that. And then it got a little weird, right?
yeah,
We don't
yeah,
even need to get into
yeah,
that.
yeah, no,
Um, but honestly, yeah, so I did it kinda backwards, this whole
mm,
project, right? So, like,
okay,
I recorded 8 songs at Estuary Studios,
okay,
and great studio there, worked with some extremely talented musicians,
yeah,
studio musicians there, um, and cut 8 songs.
mm,
And so I was able to release stuff out to the world first and then reach out to the band and say like, "Hey, here's my direction. Check out the link. I'm looking for people that
man,
wanna be involved in this project,
yeah,
that wanna help write, that want to
yeah.
be a part of
Well, it's
this."
all right there, right?
Exactly.
In
Exactly.
high def, if you will.
Yeah.
Like, it was a
Yeah.
high quality
Yeah.
excuse me, high quality recording, and so no, that's awesome. So who makes up the band?
Yeah, so well, first who came along and you have to
Okay.
filter through
Yeah, hey,
all these emails of
of course, man.
you know,
Oh god, I
I
couldn't
promise I don't do
imagine.
drugs. I promise I'm not an
Yeah,
alcoholic. Like,
yeah,
check out my long sound clip of me playing shredding solos
yeah.
and
Just
this
a
and that.
Joe Satriani dude just sitting there like
And hey, and no shade to that. Hey, kudos for trying.
Mhm.
You'll find your right person.
That's no shade. That's just funny
No,
how it
yeah,
happens that
man.
way.
It's just so funny because there's common responses there. But anyhow, the first one, I met up with the drummer, Lee Longfellow,
Okay,
and man, what a hell of a drummer he is. Like he comes from a rock background. I
nice.
actually so to add some context to this, I graduated in 2006 from high school,
Mhm.
so I was in like the emo era. And
Mhm.
my first band ever, I was singer and guitar player, was all through high school.
Dude, we all were.
Yeah. So, very much so kind of I'm not talking about, like, pop punk stuff. It was,
Yeah.
like
Oh,
there
alright.
was probably a little punk to it, but it
Yeah.
was more of
Yeah.
not like heavy metal scream, but, like, kind of like an in between.
Yeah.
Um, like, I was heavily influenced by, like, The Used and
Oh, yeah.
those kind of
The
bands.
Used music video was the first time I ever saw somebody do a guitar flip
Oh. Oh,
on,
yeah.
God, what was the song? It was, like, their biggest song.
Taste of Ink?
Yeah, Taste of Ink.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh, I just wanna play that right now, but YouTube would take my shit down because like, he just flips it on one of the breaks, and I just remember being like, "Oh my god."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I immediately got some strap locks.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh,
100%.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, alright, I'm sorry, I went on a tangent there. So,
No, but yeah, so I wanted to add that context because whenever he responded to the email, obviously you gotta do some hunting, right? So
yeah,
I went to Instagram, started scrolling. He had a bunch of drum videos, and it
nice,
was like he loves Under Oath, and he's playing all these songs,
nice.
Sayison, all these things, and
Yeah,
I'm
it's right
like,
down your yeah.
I need to talk to this dude. So we met up and yeah, just kind of checked all
Awesome,
the
man.
boxes
Yeah.
and it's not like I have like this huge interview panel of questions or anything. It's just like
No, it's a vibe
first
check.
off, find out do we mesh well?
Yeah,
And and it really is that like are you in it? Is this what you really want? Passion for music, passion for the project,
yeah,
and he listened to the songs. He like specifically spoke about the music, and it's not. Of course, we're in it to make money, but
yeah,
it's not all about that, right?
right,
It's about the passion for the project. And
yeah,
anyways, it went really well.
okay,
And then second up, I got a really good response from Peter Dominguez, who is now my lead guitar player.
Yeah.
And this dude is incredible.
I
I
love his
mean,
guitar, man.
dude,
I love well, the one that I saw, he probably has a bunch,
he
but,
does. He does. I mean, he'll show up to
um,
practice, and I was like, "Dude, what's up? Is it that Telecaster, B bender? Like, what
yeah,
the heck?" And he's like,
yeah.
"Oh yeah, yeah, just whip this one out this time." And then his amps too. He'll just show up to practice
He's a gear
with,
guy?
yeah, oh yeah, he's a gear guy
Yeah.
through and
That's
through.
what I remember us talking about at, coffee the other day. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
He had, I guess, I don't know if it's 335 or 345 when y'all played one of your local sets shows, and yeah, it's a beautiful guitar.
yeah,
Yeah, anyways. Okay, so you met him.
yeah. Met up with Peter, same thing, kind of hashed out, just fit, man.
Mhm.
And then also it was like a sit down conversation, but then it would be like, all right, come over and jam, and then it was just
Yeah,
like, absolutely.
yeah.
And then, I mean, both of them. It was just like it just fit. It just fit.
God, that
Bass
must've been
player, I got lucky because
okay.
my that band that I was talking about back in high school,
Uh-huh.
my drummer at the time, I've known him since middle school, and he's here in Austin, is my bass player
Nice.
today. Yeah, Ryan Montabo.
That's awesome.
So yeah, so it was cool. It was only me and Ryan for a long time, just like, well, it was me at first, of course, playing these acoustic tunes,
Mhm.
and then he jumped in, and it was just like him
Yeah,
playing bass behind me,
yeah,
and then all
yeah.
of a sudden, got a drummer, and then yeah, it just all fell together, man.
That's awesome, and we've kinda skipped forward, but with the continuity of the bass player, that must be pretty cool,
Yeah,
to have. I've got buddies that I was in high school bands with, and they ended up being in different bands here in Austin, and we would always just chat like, "Man, what if we would've carried on the band?" And, I just think about those fun times in high school and where, like, it must be so different as adults and families, et cetera, but to
yeah,
have that
yeah,
continuity and that I mean, he probably knows you better than anybody in terms of musicality and all like, that's cool.
yeah.
I'm
It's
jealous of
fun,
that.
and like, it's cool to have somebody. He wasn't really into like co-writing the songs at first because it was kind
Mhm.
of like, this is your thing, man.
Right, right,
Kind
he's
of.
just sporting.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And then, but he also writes.
Okay.
So he is his own artist as well. So he writes and records and does stuff as well. So with this project, I would be bouncing ideas off, voice
Yeah,
memos, like, dude, what do you think about this? And
yeah,
it's like, oh yeah, let's figure that out. And
yeah.
like, so anytime sometimes we'd have like songwriting sessions, get together and hash things out. So yeah, yeah.
That's awesome. So, let's backtrack a little bit. Where are you from?
I am from Houston, Texas.
Houston.
Mhm.
And, what brought you to Austin?
Oh man, I lived in Austin actually back in like 2000, 2008, 2009.
Okay.
And it was a very short stint. It was like
Mm,
ex-girlfriend. I was
mm.
young.
Yeah, yeah.
I was young. I was bartending. I was just,
What were you bartending?
well, it was like serving, it was a restaurant. It
Oh,
wasn't like
okay.
downtown or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah, yeah. Oh, gotcha.
but yeah. Got into the restaurant world, and
Mm.
you just kind of like, man, it's
Just
service industry. You go,
it's
you
tough
party.
business, man.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and then at the time, I had this very mature, just like flash of just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like,
Yeah,
what am I doing?
yeah,
And so I had to move back to Houston.
yeah,
Fell into, I did the waiter thing for a little bit there, but then I got an opportunity to go to the oil and gas
yeah,
industry.
yeah.
But anyways, the reason why I'm telling you this is
Mhm.
because I always knew I wanted to come back to Austin.
Yeah.
Man, going to the Greenbelt,
Mhm.
you
Especially
know,
back in '08, '09,
yeah,
it was a completely
it was
different city.
it was incredible, man. It
Yeah,
was it was so fun,
yeah.
and like you just go down to Campbell's Hole, and like it's just crowded with people, and
Mhm.
everybody's just having such a good time. You got, man, it was so fun,
Yeah.
and but not only that, like going kayaking and paddleboarding wasn't even like out
No, it
there
wasn't
yet.
even a thing. No.
It was more everybody grabs a kayak and you go
Yeah.
out.
Do you ever, like, drive by certain spots or a certain thing, and it just immediately puts you back to '08, '09?
Oh yeah,
Like
yeah. I mean, certain like roads that I used to
yeah,
like go to, because I'm south now, but
yeah.
like whenever I lived up north, like when I see like Mopac and Duval, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I used to just frequent this.
Mhm.
Palmer and 35, that's where I used to live.
Okay.
That HEB was brand new
Oh,
in
wow.
Tech Ridge.
Oh,
It was
wow.
brand new.
Yeah,
Yeah. And like that was just being built up there.
yeah.
So it's always cool to kind of drive by that stuff, and it's like, man, these are my old stomping grounds for a little bit.
I asked that because today I was driving by, and I literally drive past them every day, but I was driving past the cell towers, and my first weekend ever in Austin as an adult, I like I was going down to meet my cousin who had just graduated high school and was renting a house on Lake Austin
Yeah.
right under the towers. And
Yeah, yeah.
that was my like, I freaking love this place moment. Right. And so
Oh,
that just is
gorgeous.
burned in my memory. And it happened to me today. I was driving by and I just happened to see the towers as I'm driving like I do every freaking day. I was like, man, 2012.
Yeah,
What a year.
yeah.
Well, that's cool. So, in the oil and gas business, what were you doing?
Oh, man. That was, a lot of hard times, but well, what was I doing?
Yeah.
I was a refurbished technician there for subsea equipment.
Okay.
So
Damn, were you working.
basically I was hands-on, working with huge heavy machinery, like
Mhm,
they call them Christmas trees. They sit at the bottom of on the floor or the ocean
mm,
floor,
mhm.
and they got these pumps, and it's kind of, it's a whole system. It's a whole little city down there.
Oh, yeah,
And they basically are just pumping oil up, right?
yeah,
And then that's after fracking and all these things,
right.
and so on, so on. We won't get into all of it, but
Uh,
they're pulling these things up after being down under at the bottom of the ocean for how X many years.
sure,
They bring them in.
maintenance.
Sometimes it's just running testing and
Yeah,
you're doing all these pressure tests and all these things, but sometimes it's full on. You got to tear them all the way down, send all
mm.
these things out for recoding. You bring them all back in, and then man, it could be months and months and months of
Did
work.
you ever spend any time on a rig?
I did not. I
Okay,
did not. No, no. I wanted to. I was married at the time,
okay,
to my ex-wife,
gotcha.
and she never really wanted me to go. But that's where all the money.
Yeah,
I worked
I
with a
mean,
lot of offshore technicians, and I
yeah,
knew I wanted to do it.
I mean,
But yeah.
it just seems like such a wild world, man. Flying out to work in a helicopter,
Oh yeah.
or taking a boat to work and staying for a couple weeks, and I grew up going to Port A my whole life,
Yeah.
and so I just, I always, in any hotel, anywhere on the beach, you're staring at a bunch of rigs, and
Yeah.
so I would always just, as a kid, in my imagination, just be like, man, it'd be so cool to be out there. But
Yeah. I mean, I was looking to do. I mean, a lot of the guys would do month on, month off,
yeah,
and that was kind of the rotation.
I mean, it's a tough life, and you gotta respect those guys,
Oh,
man,
yeah, respect and kudos to those guys.
and gals.
Yeah,
Um,
guys and ga oh, absolutely, absolutely.
so, were you playing music in Houston at all? Was
No,
really
no, man.
okay.
I basically after high school, I did record some singles, that I had out on MySpace.
Oh hell yeah, dude! I look so hard for that stuff. I don't
Can't
know.
find it.
Yeah, it doesn't
And
exist.
honestly, like, I think I have those songs. I still have the iPods that they're on.
Oh, nice.
I
Good
have the
for you.
iPods they're on,
Good.
but I don't have any of,
The
like,
raw.
emails of,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
the masters or
yeah,
anything
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. They're gone, I guess, I don't know. It
I
doesn't
don't.
matter. I mean, it was it
Yeah,
was honestly, like,
yeah.
they're fine. I did write one song after my grandmother passed, and
Hmm.
it's called Elizabeth, and I really like that song, and actually, I did it in one take,
Wow.
and
How
it
old are
was,
you?
this was right after high school, so
18, 19?
yeah,
Yeah. Wow. And you have that on the iPod?
it's somewhere, yeah.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
The other one was a song for my ex-girlfriend, so it doesn't really.
That don't matter as much,
It
but
was a little poppy anyway.
yeah.
I don't know which one. I don't know. I don't think I knew which direction I was
Was
going
that,
in.
Secondhand Serenade style? Remember those guys?
It was, I don't even know what it was going for, to be honest, but anyways, man, I kinda just fell off, man.
Yeah.
Life kinda sucked me in, and, you get hit with it,
Yeah.
I wasn't somebody that went to college and was like, "Alright, my 4 years is done. Alright, let's carry on."
Yeah.
I dropped all my classes. I
Mhm.
tried college. It just was not working.
Where'd you try to go? Or where'd you
Well,
go?
I mean, I went straight to community college,
Okay.
there in Houston.
Yeah.
And I was just dropping classes left and right.
Yeah. I
And when I
feel that.
moved here, I tried some ACC classes. I just wasn't ready, man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
wasn't ready for it, and I just didn't. I had zero direction. I continued to play guitar, and
Yeah.
I would try to write, but I just, man, I couldn't. I couldn't.
So what flipped the switch for you?
That was probably like a 10-year gap that I didn't
Okay.
play music,
Okay.
which is wild.
Yeah, that is
It's
actually insane.
it probably more actually, but I don't know, man. I just when I moved back to Austin, I was going to see show and here's the thing too, is like I love music and I will always, music is just ingrained
Yeah.
in my soul. I grew up with it. My dad listened to my mom and my dad, like they would frequent like rock shows, going to Steve Miller Band, going to like
Nice.
just
Yeah.
and I grew up listening to a lot of Jimi Hendrix and
Mhm.
Mamas and the Papas and like the list goes on and on and on. And it's like all types of music.
Yeah.
Um, but I I just knew that I needed something, right? So every time I would go to a show, I had like FOMO.
Yeah.
I would be watching and I would
Mhm.
be enjoying it, but I'd be
Mhm.
like, why am I not doing
I wanna
this?
do that. Yep.
Why am I not doing I know I can do this.
Yeah.
But I was just, man, I was so lost. Honestly was. All my 20s was just this lost soul. But when I moved to Austin, I was actually I got a job and I'm sitting out there during lunch and full circle back to Craigslist. I'm just searching
Mhm.
and I find this like cattle call for a reggae band. And at the
Mm.
time I was listening to a lot of reggae, like
Eh
Stick Figure,
oh, man.
Megaterra,
Yeah.
Revolution,
That
you
was
know.
I mean,
I've always listened to Sublime
this
and
was the
Marley
2010s?
and so no, this is oh gosh, this was probably when did I move here? 2018.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
a little after
Yeah. I
that,
mean,
like
that's still when, Revolution is one of the biggest reggae bands in the world, but they
yeah.
were hot in, like, the early 2010s,
Oh
man. They
yeah.
were
Oh yeah.
they'd come out with Courage to Grow before that, and, Sojo was big. Do you ever listen to
Oh
Sojo?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Dude, those guy the bass
Tribal
player,
Seed.
Tribal Seed, yeah, man. God, that was college music for me. I mean, I still listen to him to this day for sure, but yeah, okay, I feel that.
But honestly, and I was just poking around. This must have been oh man, when was this? It was after it was must have been like 2021 or something
Okay,
like
gotcha.
that. 2021, 2022, something like that.
Yeah.
Um, and forgive me on timelines.
It does
I don't, I'm
it doesn't
terrible with
matter,
it.
I.
But anyhow, I just found this cattle call and I was like, but I knew that I didn't want to lead.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be a band leader. I'd
okay.
done it before and I was just like, I also wasn't ready.
Mhm.
I didn't know who I was. I didn't know my identity yet in music, clearly, because I was going in to be a reggae band
Yeah,
in a reggae band, which I love, but
yeah,
it wasn't me.
yeah.
But I wanted to play lead guitar. And anyways,
Mhm.
I went over, I sent an email. They sent me some clips and here's the songs, show up to space over off
Yeah,
command check.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, so I showed up and I got the gig.
Nice. Alright, and what was the name of that band?
Chiba McIntyre.
Chiba McIntyre. That's
Yeah.
awesome. So where would y'all play around town?
We played Sahara Lounge quite a bit.
I love that freaking venue so much, man.
We played Flamingo Cantina. Um, oh man, where else did we play? We played those 2 quite a bit,
Yeah.
just because they have a lot of, like, reggae.
I
There's not
mean,
a
they're the
lot of
reggae spots in Austin,
yeah,
right? But,
yeah,
I think, Skylark Lounge
yeah,
would
yeah.
have some reggae,
So,
obviously, but
it was tough to get gigs. I mean, it was 7 guys, and everybody except for me was in, like, 3 other bands, 4 other
mm,
bands, and so but this is what got me going.
okay.
Like, I didn't write music, I didn't sing, I just learned the songs. It was covers,
Yeah,
and they wanted to start incorporating some originals, and they're like,
yeah.
"Hey, man," like, I started doing some backup singing, they're like, "Dude, you can sing.
Yeah.
Like,
That's cool.
do you write music? Do you wanna write a song?" And so I wrote a song.
Yeah.
I wrote a song called "Overboard" for them, and it was so cool because we had a full horn section,
Oh, that's
and
legit.
yeah, so we had, sax, trombone, trumpet, we had keys, um, full thing, right? And so it was really cool to show up. I would send the music out and they wrote the charts for the horns and
Mhm.
show up and we're like, all right, 1, 2, 3. And like we hit it and I was just like, whoa, it just like
Wow.
came to life, right?
And y'all never really rehearsed it much?
No,
And
no.
wow.
So it was really cool. Anyways, that's what got my juices flowing. And then it was actually perfect timing, like fast forward, because that didn't last too long. We just couldn't get gigs together because everybody was so busy and
Yeah.
practices and all these things. But then I just started writing, right? And I started writing, I wrote Teardrops My Lone Star, I wrote Cornflower Blue. 345 was like the third song I wrote. And then I just started writing for this project, man, and it just went. And it was perfect timing because I was ready to start like making this real, this new
Mhm.
project, Dusty Miller and the Spurflowers,
Yeah.
but I needed to park the other one.
Yeah.
And then they like sent a text that was just like, "Hey guys, we're gonna park this." Like, blah blah
Oh,
blah. I was like, "This
perfect.
is just perfect." Yeah,
Wow. I mean, that's the universe telling you something, I guess.
yeah,
I mean, that's cool.
yeah.
And this was, I mean, relatively recently. I mean, 22, somewhere in there. I mean, it's okay. We don't talk timelines, but my
Yeah, the
point
full
is,
band, Dusty Miller and the Spurflowers has been and this September, so next
mhm,
month will be 2 years.
okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all have put out a lot of music in 2 years, man.
Yeah.
Well, and like you said, I guess you had already kind of written a lot of it. And
Mhm.
so what's like your songwriting process? How do you go about your process?
I'm all over the place, man. There it goes from just sitting there noodling,
Yeah.
playing guitar. I'm like, "Ooh, what's that?"
Yeah.
Write a
Yeah.
chord progression, get the looper pedal out, start writing some lead to it,
Yeah.
make a song, and then write
Okay.
to it.
All
And
right.
then sometimes, like Time Traveler, kind of happen together.
Hmm.
I have a song, Time Traveler, wrote the chord progression, kind of was writing it simultaneously. And it
Mm-hmm.
just, that's one that was written in like less than an hour. And I
Wow.
was just like, there's a song.
Well,
Doesn't
that's
always happen that way.
so you're a music first, lyrics to music generally,
And then
and
sometimes
it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I'm in the shower or in the sauna and I'm like just thinking in my head about a situation, something. Like uh, a line will just pop in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll start to like build on that. And I have to like rush out of there and grab my
Mm-hmm.
phone and do a
Mm-hmm.
voice memo because I have this like this line that I'm singing in my head over and
Yeah.
over again, and then I'll build on that. So it really is truly all over the place.
I mean, however creativity needs to hit, that's the beautiful thing about being, having that juice, that gene, however you want to put it, man.
Yeah.
Whenever it hits, however it hits, doesn't matter. There's no
Very
process.
rarely do I ever grab a pen and a pad or whatever,
Yeah.
light a candle, whatever kind of
Yeah.
seance shit
Yeah.
happens, and say, it's time to write.
Yeah.
That never fucking
It's
happens.
funny because some people, that's what they need,
No, that
and
does not happen for me.
I
That's
was,
whenever the block comes. And it's just like,
yeah.
I'm trying too hard to write something. This isn't this, I'm trying to pull something
Yeah.
that that's not that's not happening up here,
Hmm.
you know?
It's funny because I ask a lot of people that question because I mean it's really interesting to hear all the different techniques and styles. And Katrina Kane was telling me how she basically opens up like a Word document
Yeah.
and
Well,
and
it's funny you say that. I literally just had Katrina Kane at my house on this past
oh, is
Monday,
that right?
and we wrote together.
No kidding.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Good for you.
So that was awesome, and that's the first time. It's funny because I just said all that, but that's the
Yeah.
first time I've ever done that,
Where she just pulls up the Word
and it
document.
was awesome. I
That's
loved
awesome.
it. I
Good.
loved it.
Good.
I was hyped about it because and I told her too when we sat down. I was like, "Please take the lead. I know you're way more experienced than I am. I've never
Yeah.
done this before, but
Yeah.
I have a ton of ideas,
Awesome.
and she had a ton of ideas, and so I just let her take the lead. And
Yeah.
I love her enthusiasm, and she's such a professional, and her voice is
Tremendous.
man. When we're just like recording a voice memo,
Unbelievable.
and I'm like half-ass trying to sing because I'm just
Yeah.
like trying to get the words down that we just wrote, and
Yeah.
then here she comes in. I'm just like,
Perfection.
oh my god, like
Yeah.
she's incredible and such a pleasure to work with. Like,
Yeah. Well, you said the word enthusiasm, and that just kind of, to me, that is the number one word to describe her, in my
yeah,
opinion.
yeah.
That's cool. So, how many songs did y'all get down?
We focused on one,
Okay.
and it was really cool because well, for it was something that I had written. She
Okay.
she liked the idea a lot, and I was
Okay.
like, well,
Nice.
all right, let's run with it.
Uh huh.
Because I've never written like a duet before,
Yeah. Are y'all gonna
so
record it together?
it's early stage. It's
Yeah.
early
Okay.
stage.
Fair
So
enough. Fair
so
enough.
yeah, we'll see what happens here. But
Yeah.
it was cool because we did go the direction of not really putting a sex on the verses,
Mm.
so either one of us could sing it
All right.
at our show,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool that you can do that, put a spin on it, and anyways, it's a way that I've never written a song before, and I
Right.
thought it was really cool. And man, doing that and adding to your just artillery of tools as an artist
Mhm.
and it was so cool, and I wanna do it more. Like, I wanna reach out to other artists that I enjoy their music
Yeah.
and be like, "Hey, are you open to, like, just getting together? Like, we can jam, we can write a song."
Yeah.
Like, I'm it was such a great tool and, like, just a experience overall.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
Man, that's awesome. I'm jealous that that you were able to have that experience. I mean, and I'm I say I'm jealous, like I can't go just ask people to go jam, but like I'm sure you have a setup at the house and you just yeah, call as many artists as you can, man. That seems I
Yeah.
don't know, that just seems kind of like the life. Like
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many people are just open, and I know people are busy, right? I mean, I'm busy.
sure.
I'm busy. I
You
mean,
you got your family, you
I
got
had to
work.
reschedule because I got really sick the other day,
Oh shit.
and everything was all good,
Good.
but like it was just life happens,
Yeah.
man, and it was I was just very thankful that I know she's busy,
Yep.
and was able to come over and just, I mean, crushed it. Like, it was so much fun. When I talk about it, I get super excited because it
Yep.
was just like, that was such a cool experience.
Well, and a lot of what I ask everybody, and I'll ask you at the end. I'll give you some time to think. So I'm gonna cheat here, but I
Mhm.
ask everybody, what do you think about the term live music capital of the world?
Yeah, yeah.
And and basically everybody kind of not everybody, but a lot of people have gotten to the same kind of roundabout way that I feel about it is it's just the community aspect. And obviously there's music communities in other cities, but to me right there, I mean, two artists that I know and I enjoy their music are getting together right down the street and
Yeah,
and writing songs.
yeah,
I just think that's so cool, man. Like I don't have any other way to describe it that I just have a high level of appreciation for that,
yeah.
and so that's cool. Let's get into Austin music a little bit. So where around town have you been able to play?
Yeah, man, we've played I mean, there's a lot that I would love to play, but what we have played is I mean, the first year we were playing like everything,
Yeah.
man. Like we're, you know, I was getting my relationships in
Yeah.
order and reaching out like little Longhorns little
Little
Longhorn
Longhorn Saloon.
Saloon,
Yep.
we were playing out there like
Awesome.
basically every month.
It's a great spot.
Moon Tower of Manchek, so like kind of hitting some bar scenes,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
um but we really enjoy playing like bangers because like bangers
Mm.
they treat you so well, and it's like more of that rainy street, but there's a constant flow, and what's
Yeah.
cool about that place is there's so many tourists because all the hotels and everything,
Yeah.
right? So it's turned into
Yeah.
like every time we jump off stage, people are like, "We love the set. We're from here. We're from here. We're
Yeah.
from here.
That's
we're
awesome.
from the UK.
Yeah.
yeah." So it's really cool, and then it's great to take
Dang.
merch so that way
Yeah.
and we've sold the hell out of a lot of merch there. And
Good.
who knows, people are walking around UK wearing Dusty Miller and Spurflowers
That,
stuff. You know
that
what I mean? It's
that's
pretty sweet.
awesome. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, Bangers isn't the first venue that comes to mind when you think of Austin music venues. I mean, it might be for some people, but for me, it's not. And
No,
so
no,
I've
yeah,
seen a shit ton of live music there, so I don't know why that would be the case.
yeah.
But I just also haven't been to Rainy in a while, so
Yeah, no,
you
I
know,
mean, I literally go to Rainy to play bangers.
yeah. I mean, for a while there, man, Sundays at Eisenhower's was a pretty strong
Yeah, yeah.
party.
I mean, it's changed so much there, but
Yeah,
that's a whole nother story.
yeah, for
But yeah,
sure.
man, no, we played White Horse, we played Sagebrush, trying to kick those back into gear.
Yeah,
But you kind of get in where you fit in, right?
sure.
We're not like a honky tonk band,
Okay.
and a lot of times, people want to go and dance, and
Yeah.
we're not always like a dance band, to be
Okay.
honest,
All right.
right? So we've started playing at Austin Garden Studio.
Yeah.
And well, there's a studio, but then there's like the big outdoor
Yeah. There's
portion,
yeah.
right? And it's a hell of a venue.
Yeah.
And great stage, great sound.
Mhm.
And that's where I started to kind of like, and I'm not gonna like name names, whatever, but like I started to like be selective with
Mm.
my time, with where we're playing, what makes us sound the best.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
that is
that's fair, man. Like,
going to a place that has proper sound, that has proper equipment, that has sound guys that are walking around with the iPads, and when they're doing those sound checks and going around, they're actually changing the EQ on
yeah.
on the
Yeah.
wedges. So what I'm hearing
y-
sounds good, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
having that appreciation for for the artist.
Mhm.
What experience are we having on stage? Because I can't tell you how many times I've been on stage and I'm like, I could barely hear my guitar, I could barely hear my vocals,
Yeah.
and it's up to us to speak up and make that happen. But
Right.
it's not always the case. But somebody that truly cares that our experience on stage is important.
Yeah.
It adds so much to what we're delivering on the other side to the
Yeah.
audience.
Yeah. So where do you ideally where do you want to be in the scene as a whole? Do you want to break into the honky tonk scene, or do you want to kind of stay at more of I don't know how to describe the antithesis to that, but more of the Austin Garden situation where it's kind of like people are there more to kind of listen and not so much dance, or where do you want to be versus clearly where you are now?
Man, I love when people dance. I
Yeah.
will never
Yeah.
say that I don't want to
Oh,
be
yeah.
a dance
That's
band,
fair.
but like a proper honky tonk, that's not us.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
know,
I got you.
absolutely not. But because we like to rock, man. Like we
Hmm.
we like we all come from like rock backgrounds,
Okay.
so it's like rock with a country
Yeah.
influence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If
Okay.
we could play more of, and not even, I mean, I love Austin Garden. No shade on anybody ever.
Yeah.
But they give you a really good platform to be yourself and be what kind of artist. But it's 3 hour gig.
Yeah.
So you're playing covers and all these
Yeah.
things.
Okay.
Sweet spot is like you put on a show,
Mhm.
hour and a half, 45 minutes is
All
like
originals.
all originals,
Yeah.
put on a show. Like
Mhm.
that's what I want. And like, can we play Antones? That is on my list.
Yeah. Yeah.
Places like that where
Yeah.
you're going to see a show and it's maybe like three artists that are on the
Mhm.
bill
Right.
and it's artists that kind of make sense with one another
Right.
and so on. Like that's where I really, really, really would like to be and kind of just have that kind of rotation
Yeah.
wherever that is.
Yeah.
Places like Antones.
Gotcha. Yeah, man. That venue's been a blessing for a lot of people.
Yeah.
And, of all genres. Like you
Hmm.
said, I mean, you can watch Devin the Dude on a Monday night and then
Yeah.
see, like,
Yeah, man.
like that's awesome. So, um just laughing at Devin the Dude. Outside of venues, obviously Austin Artist Spotlight. I saw you were on Under the Rock.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
So how was that experience for you?
Aaron's doing a cool thing over
Yeah,
there.
man, that's awesome.
That
It's
was a lot
really
of
cool.
fun, and I keep in touch with Aaron as well.
Yeah, good.
Um,
I that was actually the first time I ever saw Katrina play.
oh, really?
And
Okay.
so, I mean, and if it's your first time seeing an artist, you are, in my opinion, naturally going to enjoy their music so much more when you understand the stories behind the songs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's not even just the stories. But I just think it's such a unique thing, and I'm gonna have Aaron on here pretty soon
Oh,
to
very
talk
nice.
about it because
Yeah.
I just think it's such a cool way to experience music, and to me, it fits perfectly with the Austin music scene and the uniqueness that Austin music scene is.
Yeah.
But how was it for you? What songs did you play?
Oh, it was a great experience, man. We played Rosemary, we played 345,
Okay.
I Got You. Oh man, I can't remember what else we played there.
I, I know we talked about this, but I love the chord progression of Rosemary, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about it, but I just love it. I don't know
dude.
why. That's cool. So, and you were able to give the stories behind it and all that
Mhm,
stuff.
mhm. And
Um,
I love telling the stories too, because like I write in like a I maybe this is just my perspective on it. I
yeah.
mean, other people might have their own thing on it, but if they if they pay attention, listen, and all that. But I have kind of like a poetic way of telling my story,
Mm,
so each line might have its deep meaning
mm-hmm,
that not everybody's gonna understand.
mm-hmm.
It's like I mean, I truly when I write my songs, I write about something in my life
Yeah.
and it's from a deep area and it always has like there's a little sadness to it even if it's a happy song.
Mm-hmm.
There's like always this, I mean, in Rosemary itself, it's like talking about being in a deep dark place and like those days that you just can't snap out of it and then having that one thing that pulls you out of it,
Yeah.
you know um and so it's really cool getting the opportunity to speak on the songs and really tell the story and look out to an audience where they're literally like nodding their head to the words you're saying because they're so invested in the moment
Yeah.
and like it's such a beautiful thing.
Was it at Captain Quack's?
Yeah.
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 It's also a great room.
Yeah. And I got a free show to go see Joe James because he played after us, so
Yeah,
that was cool.
who's also awesome.
Yeah, I mean, he's incredible.
Super talented. Doesn't play with the pick. I learned that.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a brilliant guy. So, and you've also played local sets
Local sets,
a couple
yep, yep.
times.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Love what
man,
Reed's doing over there, of
dude,
course.
uh, uh,
Love Reed.
that's awesome. I talk about that a lot on the show too because I think again that is just exactly what the Austin music scene is right there.
Yeah.
Just a local guy.
Somebody who gives, like, every weekend and has been given weekends for how long now
Oh
to
yeah,
the music community
yeah,
and does it for the love of music, for the love of giving back to the music
that's
community,
right.
and, like, whenever we first met, I was playing a solo set at Sonizo here,
Mm, hmm.
love those guys over there
Yeah,
too. Harrison and Nancy, best coffee in town.
yeah, 100%.
Little shameless plug.
We're not biased at all.
No, but seriously, it
Yeah.
really is incredible. But I was playing a little gig there and he came over and he's like, "Hey man, I got this little thing that I'm doing, blah blah blah." And so yeah, we jumped on the phone and what he told me, is just gave me the rundown on what's going on. I was like, "Dude, absolutely. I'd love to do
Yeah.
it." And so I did it solo first and then I brought the band on for the next time and then we did it again.
Mhm.
I mean, hell, I'm happy to do it again whenever
Yeah.
we get our next batch of tunes ready to go.
Yeah, I might actually go tonight. Kid and wife are out of town, so I'm gonna go see what he's got going on tonight.
Oh,
Because
very cool.
I mean, dude, it's just like you said, it comes from a place of authenticity, and the guy just loves bringing the community together and supporting musicians. And he, as a creative himself, has experienced what musicians are going through dealing
Mhm.
with the big conglomerates and all that stuff, and so he understands where everybody's coming from. And yeah, I think it's just a great outlet for him.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
um so what's next?
What's next? Man, honestly, we just we want to keep playing. Like my thing is I've said this from the beginning and this is going back to like finding the band and having these early conversations with
Yeah.
finding the right members. I just want to have fun and I want
Hmm.
to want to sound good, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what I want. I want people to walk away from our show
Hmm.
and say like who the hell were they?
Yeah.
And look us up and follow us
Yeah.
and just have a good time and just listen to music
Yeah.
on your own time. Whatever. But like I I don't know. I just of course, if I wrote the hit song and I got and somebody was like, "Hey, we want to take you on tour and we want
Yeah.
let's do this." And I'm you know what? I'm ready for the ride. Let's go. But I'm also not sad if that doesn't happen.
Mm.
I want to just l- I love making music.
Yeah.
Even if I stop playing live, which I don't plan to anytime soon, but
Right.
if it does ever happen where like I just don't have the time for it anymore, I just can't play live as much as I would like to.
Hmm.
I will always go to a studio and get my ideas down.
Yeah.
Like absolutely. I don't know when I'll stop and I should probably learn how to just do it at home.
Eh,
But I do love, man, there's something about going to a studio
yeah,
and like I'm gonna go have a studio
it's a
day.
change in scenery, change in feeling,
Yeah.
like it's just, yeah. I've never actually recorded in a professional studio. I've been inside a couple of them and it just feels different in there, man.
Yeah. Every
uh,
room is different, man. And like every experience is different. And there's just this like excitement of
yeah.
like and it's so much fun. One
Dang.
thing I haven't got to experience, which I would love to do, is like just go for several days. Like I'm talking about like go
Mm.
record an album
Hmm.
like over a week
Hmm.
and go somewhere and like wake up, you have your coffee and
Right.
like you're just in it. You're like out there.
Yeah.
Let's throw it on. Lay a song down. Sometimes a song might happen out of nowhere and you're just like, let's lay this down. And like something, if I could take time to do something like that, man, that'd be incredible. And go somewhere like amazing. Like,
Yeah.
no, like not trying to say like YouTube reference, but like go to somewhere. I
Yeah.
love Joshua Tree, but
Yeah.
like go to Joshua
Yeah.
Tree
Yeah.
and like
Exactly.
go somewhere where I'm just ready and like just open.
I
You know what I
mean,
mean?
I feel like that's what a lot of people do. I mean, at a bigger scale, you just saw what Tyler Childers just did with Rick Rubin going
Yep, yep,
into
yep.
wherever the hell they went, probably to Rick's house or whatever. And Hell, the Chili Peppers just so happened to be with Rick Rubin at the same time, but,
Oh,
like,
really?
or not at the same time, excuse me, but, like, have you ever seen the Funky Monks documentary?
Mm-mm.
Where they, so this was back in the '90s, I think it was the Scar Tissue album, or no, I don't remember, somebody's gonna correct me, it's okay. But whatever album they recorded with Rick Rubin, I think they did a couple, but this Funky Monks documentary, um, they basically cataloged the whole thing where they're in this house and they're living in the house, and they're waking up and recording and doing all this stuff. So that seems like a pretty awesome way to experience music,
Yeah,
and not just record music, not just put music out into the world, but experience the art of music,
yeah.
right?
To live
And
it. I mean, you're
yeah,
you're you're literally living it. Like you go to bed and you just spent all day just,
yeah.
you know,
Dang.
just doing
S
it.
So have you done any touring before?
No,
No?
no,
Okay.
no. I mean, it's like the band was getting like back in high school,
Yeah.
the band was
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
somewhere,
yeah.
and then we like broke up. And then it was just like, yeah, just never got back together. And then took that little hiatus. And then really, like, I mean, man, I feel like I'm just like I'm still just getting started.
Yeah. Yeah,
2 years with
absolutely,
the
man.
band, and like I said, if a small tour were to come about, or if we
Yeah.
can jump on with somebody that's touring, then fantastic. I mean, let's try it. Let's give it a shot. I think the rest of the guys are on board with it too.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, man, we'll see where it goes.
So what do you think about the term live music capital of the world?
Man, you know, I, I think it's different to everybody, but to me, you know, it's interesting because I've traveled to so many different cities, and of course
Mhm.
I always go try to find music, right? And like popping into all these places. And there are some great places that have wonderful music and this and that, right? But but I think just being in Austin and the different types of venues and the types of music that you can find out there, there's a huge variety here.
Yeah.
Um
Absolutely.
and there's just so many people doing it.
Yeah.
Like you can find it any night of the week.
Yep.
Any night of the week. Just look it up and go. And I actually touching base on local sets. One of our shows, there was these people. I forgot exactly where they were from. I knew most of the people out in the audience, but there was two guys that I had no idea
Hmm.
who they were. And I went up to them afterwards and I was like, "Hey, thanks for coming. How did you hear about the show?" And they're like, "Oh, we're in from out of town. We just went to Eventbrite and looked for a show, and they
Wow.
found local sets." And they were like, "We weren't even sure this is the right place because it was back
It
at Reed's house."
Oh, wow. They rolled up to Reed's house?
And they're like, "It's in a backyard." And so, but they loved it,
But
you
dude, that
know?
was for they have no idea, but that is the way to experience Austin music is in somebody's freaking backyard.
Yeah.
That is
But I mean, look at
awesome.
that. Like
Yeah.
these dudes just look something up online, Austin live music. They didn't even go to a look at all the venues out there.
Oh,
They
yeah.
ended up in Reed's backyard listening to us. Like
That's
that says a
awesome,
lot,
man.
dude. And like so
Damn.
and then they were probably left to go find, maybe go to Antone,
Yeah.
maybe go to Whitehorse. Who
Yeah.
knows?
Right.
And there's just so many different places you can go. And for the like, there's so many talented artists out there that are just doing the same thing.
Mhm.
Sometimes at a different caliber, it just depends on what they want out of
Yeah.
it. But you know what, man? I love the term because you know what? Keep it alive. Obviously, it's never going to be the same as it was back then, but it's always going to evolve
Yep.
just like everything in life.
That's right.
And art will always evolve, and it's a beautiful thing
Yep.
for better or for worse. I'm just happy that I get to like have a little sliver of it,
Yeah.
whatever capacity that could be. And it's really cool that I'm getting to play around this city
Yeah.
and during this exciting time. And yeah, man. Every time I jump off stage and somebody tells me they love my music, it makes my night over and over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's great. I love it.
Does your wife play random, but does your wife play music?
No, no, I mean, a long time ago when we first got together, she had a guitar.
Mhm.
Um, I think she used to like strum along like
Yeah.
back in church or
Yeah,
something,
yeah, yeah. That
that
old
kind of
thing.
stuff.
Yeah.
Um, but no,
S
no. I
I mean,
tried to
same.
get her on bass. I tried to get, I was like, we got to get you on bass. We got to get you on something. Like, let's play. We got a ukulele for her.
Mhm. That's
But
funny.
I mean, she's an engineer and she just kind of, she likes to do more of the like like, I wanna learn about coding. I wanna learn about this
Uh,
stuff. I wanna, you know.
she's technical. That's fair,
Now,
right?
she did, and does make all of our merch, and
Oh, is that right?
uh-huh, uh-huh,
Does she
yeah.
like do all the design and everything?
We've done some design work. We've done,
Awesome.
but like, yeah, I mean, we basically collaborate on it. She'll run it by me. We'll kind of look
Yeah,
at fonts and look at this, look at that, and yeah. So we made shirts, hats, stickers, koozies. Um,
that's pretty cool, man.
yeah, man, she had a little factory going on there for a
Your
little
house
while.
just filled with boxes of
Dude,
t-shirts and shit.
there's still equipment everywhere. I mean, yeah, she's come a long way.
Yeah.
And then yeah, yeah. So
Are you gonna be that dad that puts your kids through the musical gamut now that you're more into it?
I mean, music will always be in the house.
Right.
Always.
Yeah.
I mean, my daughter, she knows my voice. I'm not even joking. Like when she's crying in the car, my wife will put on our songs
That
and
is awesome,
she'll
man.
stop crying.
As a father, that is some witchcraft.
It's like I promise
That's
you,
cool, man.
it's so cool. And I sang to her so much in the
Yeah.
belly
That's so cool.
but yeah, so like I will never ever ever push anything
Mhm.
on my daughter and
Mhm.
whatever future kids I have.
Yeah. Yeah.
um will there be influence? Yes.
Darn right. Yeah.
But I want them to kind of find their path
Yeah.
and but I think it'll be natural. Like
We've been the same kinda way with our son in that, I mean, hell, he's only 2, but, like, where we've just tried to keep music constant in the house,
yeah,
and for
yeah.
me, I'm playing guitar, and his current meltdown situation is if I don't let him touch my real guitars, I let him touch this one right here, which is like, 20 years old. It's just it was like my first guitar ever.
Yeah, yeah.
And so like he'll point to, I don't know, point to the Les Paul and be like, I want to play that one. And that's his current meltdown phase, which I'm super pumped about because he's
Yeah.
got good taste.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you know?
Can't
Um
be mad at him for that.
no, exactly. But yeah, I think it's just a consistency thing, and like we're talking, or like obviously athletics is a huge thing that we want to do. But man, we're gonna put piano as soon as he can sit still. It's like piano,
Yeah.
you know.
Actually, piano would be the first instrument.
hmm Agreed.
We have one there and, like, just, like, I don't know I'm just gonna lay it all out there. I have 0 theory in my back pocket. I'm like, I've learned guitar and singing
hmm
myself, like, never took any
I
lessons or
mean,
anything like that.
dude, I don't know a lot of people that do have. I mean, like Katrina, she's formally trained, right? And but like clearly you're playing with her. I don't know. To me, it's not that big of a deal. Is
Yeah.
my point.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
my weird rambling way to say that.
No, no,
Um,
yeah, no, it's you kinda find your own path. Can I be a better singer? Probably. I could probably sing, healthier or whatever.
yeah,
But whatever,
yeah,
I just kind of whatever flows naturally
right.
and yeah.
Whatever makes you happy, right? Like
Yeah.
at the end of the day,
I
uh,
know enough, like,
yeah,
when somebody's like, "What
sure,
key is this in?" I know
yeah, okay.
that.
Well, you have to know a minimum to be able to play with people,
Right,
right?
right,
Like,
right, exactly.
yeah, no, that's cool, man. Well, I appreciate you being here.
Yeah,
This has been fun. It's
thanks
been
for
good.
having me, man.
Yeah, of
This is
course.
great.
Good getting to know you. Where's your next show
Oh, man. Next
and when?
show is gonna be I think we come back. We got some lined up. We got a string of shows lined up in September.
Okay,
We're coming back. We got like bangers. We got Austin Garden coming up.
cool.
Um, but yeah, yeah. Uh, just September coming back.
September.
Yeah, yeah.
So, is there a specific reason for the hiatus? You just working on new material, just family, work,
Honestly, like
life?
just summer, like
Yeah,
travel
yeah,
and taking a little break and just writing.
hmm.
I want to revamp, like
Yeah.
I really left like August pretty open to just take time to breathe, be with my
Yeah.
daughter.
The important things.
Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. Maybe leave a weekend open for travel instead of
yeah,
like, hey, babe, we got a gig every weekend.
yeah, yeah. Exactly.
You gotta find that good balance
hmm
but yeah, yeah. So that's really it. Just
Good.
we got a lot of music, man.
Good.
Got a lot of music, and I'm excited to continue to grow and show off what we got.
Cool. Well, I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
We'll see you guys. Thanks for listening. Know someone we should talk to? Give us a shout on Instagram at Austin Music People. Tell your friends, tell your family, get out there and support Austin music.